effing base. Glad I bought some silver. Yeah, I actually need to make a silver purchase one of these days. Robert Clark and Kitka Kraffy. Let me put on my reading glasses. Looks Russian. Kit Kat Caffey. How you doing? Linro, good morning. Michael Dado. Thank you very much, Michael Dado. Too poor for silver, I got bronze. Did I just snort? So you hear what's going on with the Jeffrey Epstein case. So a lot of people, when they mentioned Orgy Island or his island, a lot of people said there's no such thing as a conspiracy theory. But like many conspiracy theories, this one's also turning out to be true. It's just reported in the news a couple hours ago that FBI is actually, what is Fox News? Basically swarming Orgy Island, the island that was non-existent. So now I got to think to myself, did they publicize this just to get on the island, and then instead of gathering evidence, they're gonna, I don't know, maybe hide it, collect it for the insiders, or destroy it, and then claim to the news media outlets nothing was found, no evidence, nothing to see here, folks. We'll see. We'll see. Little coconut water. You folks who are into coconut water, this is the very best brand. Tastes just like coconut water or milk, whatever you want to call it. Let's take a look at what we got here. So I'm not going to really talk about anything but everything and anything. I wanted to talk a little bit about Jeffrey, which I just did. Old Jeffrey, he just got very crazy circumstances in which he committed suicide. Coroner cannot inconclusive how he died. You commit suicide, and there's only one way to really commit suicide in a jail cell. That is to take some kind of cloth and cut off your own circulation, maybe around your neck, or to puncture your body in some way, shape, or form to where you bleed out. Yet the coroner cannot find any conclusive evidence of how he died. Think about that. How can a person commit suicide, especially in a confined jail cell? Again, I'll repeat myself. You hang yourself, or you cut off your own breath or circulation around the neck area, or you stab yourself, you puncture yourself, a vital organ, the wrist or something. Again, it's worth repeating. Coroner cannot find any conclusive evidence on how he died. I'm just telling you, I said it already, and I said it the day of his death. It is my belief he was suicided to keep his mouth shut. Dead men tell no tales. They don't care who you suspect. They don't care if you know it was, I don't know if it was the Clintons, but let's just say it was. They don't care if you know. Knowing and proving it are two different animals. They could care less what you think. KLTS Films. You realize Trump has attacked the Second Amendment more than Obama, right? Okay. All right, whatever. Been stacking for my 3 grandsons. Robert Clark, nice to have you here. Hola, Beans and Rice. Harvey Birdman. Some of the names here are sounding familiar. That's awesome. Off-Grid Power. Mr. Popzilla. Yeah, I'm not doing very many live chats anymore. It just, I don't know. Fellow over extortion payer. Thank you so much, Evolution of Money. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Robert Clark just got 7 more ounces. That's awesome. 7 is better than 0. I need to buy some. Who are the Clintons? I know nothing of them. By Brent Brumley. Chester Dog, good to see you. How are you? I am doing well, thank you. Rawlus Carvelis. Did I pronounce that name? I actually feel like I did a good job pronouncing that name. Good evening from 110th East in I-10 East Florida. Okay, I-10 East Florida. I would love to move back to Florida one of these days, buy a boat and just fish the rest of my life while I'm, just doing YouTube. That would be awesome to own a nice fishing boat, or fairly nice. Be able to do my YouTube channel live while fishing, but mixing a fishing channel with prepping and silver and cryptocurrency and politics channel. That would be awesome. I have a problem. I know silver is proper money. I have a decent amount of silver, but I am addicted to saving that paper money crap. Have you got some ideas for me? Because I need help. I'm not a person that's qualified to give any kind of financial advice. I'm not seeing, you want to save money. That's the fiat cash. That's all on you. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, maybe take some of that money out that you've saved and reinvest it and pay off some debt. I am not qualified to give you anything more than that for financial advice. And anybody claims they do, run the other direction. Who else is here? Delta Rosca, are you buying more silver or slowly tapering off? Well, I got to be honest with you, Delta. I moved into this new home and there's been a lot of fix-ups. I'm currently dealing with a back door to my garage leading out to the backyard that is absorbing water from the brick wall. So the wall is absorbing water from the brick wall that it touches. And I had to get the threshold out. It's leaking water. I pulled that out. It needs a new one. The door frame now, I'm under consideration that I need an entire new pre-hung door. So I'm dealing with that right now. One project after another in this house. The painting, the tiling. Just tiled the entire house a few months back. New sink, new countertops. The house is really dated. So, I got to do my priorities. And I mentioned this in prior videos. I love stacking silver and gold. But priorities come first. Your financial obligations. You cannot go out, people, and just buy silver thinking it's going to grow miraculously overnight. Oh, don't worry. It's going to be $1 million. This 2 ounces is going to be worth $1 million in a couple of weeks. Real right. I'll pay off my bills then. No, you got to pay off your financial obligations. And then whatever's left over after food, gas, and electric, you know what I mean? That's when I buy my silver, and that's when you should too. And right now, the house is my financial, right now it's got to be taken care of. I'm coming to a conclusion, and I know I'm going on and on and on about that question, but that is my answer to you, Delta. Got to do the house first, and then when the extra money starts, when I'm not spending that extra money on the house, I'll then turn it into some silver. And yes, I know you're going to hate my guts, cryptocurrency. You're going to start hearing that more and more and more, not just from me. Many companies now are getting into cryptocurrencies. Now, companies, they see what's coming, and they're not getting into cryptocurrencies and making a financial mistakes. A lot of banks are getting into cryptocurrencies now, and Google, everybody's making their own cryptocurrency. They see what's coming. They see the horizon, and these companies that are getting into it, they rarely make financial mistakes. And if they're doing it, and if banks are considering it also, you should also maybe consider it. Silver Kings 87, thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching. Josh Cravens, trained medical examiner, can't tell how he died. I'm calling shenanigans. That's right. Again, in a jail cell, there's only a very small amount of ways he could have died. By suicide, that is. Either the bed sheet, something had to strangle him, or he had to cut into himself somehow. It's the only way I can tell in a jail cell. If you're, if nobody's there to do it for you, both ways are obvious. I'm sorry, both ways are obvious to any trained medical examiner. Just saying, you don't die and then take the sheet off, or whatever you use to wrap your throat. You die and it's there. I don't know. I smell shenanigans, which makes me think the entire conspiracy theory about this guy's life and the people surrounding him is true. And Mr. Popzilla, that's another conspiracy theory. And I would have no doubt in believing it. First of all, I didn't see the body. Have you seen the body? Kind of like Bin Laden. Nobody saw the body. For all we know, he was wheeled out. He was told you get yourself plastic surgery and you never show yourself again in public, or you never make yourself public again. Get out of here. And he was probably kicked in the ass and told to leave, or he was really offed. I mean, there's all kinds of conspiracy theories. We can go on and on and on. And I just think going over each and every one of them, putting any kind of weight behind them, kind of makes us look stupid. I have no doubt that he's dead, but I'm not 100% positive because the news is the one that's reporting it. Johnson Sim-Ini. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards that he's dead also. As I said, all of them politicians, bigwigs, are all child sex predators. All the evidence says he's still alive. I haven't seen any evidence, beat detective. But again, right now I don't believe anything the news tells me to. They say, look here, I'm looking over there. Who else is here? Backing for good coins like Bitcoin. Litecoin is verifiable scarcity with a publicly viewable ledger. Money grinds. There's 21 million Bitcoin, and you can't mine an asteroid and get to 22. Huh. I only have just a little bit. I think maybe, I don't know, $500 worth of Bitcoin. The backing for good coins like, okay. Who else? Mr. Michael Baldwin of Einstein Medical College did the autopsy on Epstein's body. Same doctor that did the autopsy on JFK's body and gave evidence. Jason's trial. They must use him a lot when they want to do cover-ups, right, Peter? Hey man, my friend recently passed away, and I've been watching your channel a lot to take my mind off of it. His channel was called Okay, and was a longtime subscriber. Oh, thank you, Danny. Who else is here? Peter Ordzinger. He's sipping on a martini. Okay. Debonair Dylan, slam your head into the wall till you die. Third way to kill yourself in jail. Okay. Again, the medical examiner cannot determine how he died. Okay, let's just say I ran into the wall head first, forehead first, whatever you want to call it. Let's just say I did that. There would be evidence of it. Medical examiner would say how he died. Blunt force trauma to the head, self-inflicted. Now prove he did it himself. But the medical examiner can't even determine that. They cannot figure out how he died. And the cameras are conveniently a no-go on that day. Amazing. Amazing. Cameras up and down every corridor. Camera pointing all the way down. You can see the jail cells on both sides, all the way down as far as the eye. Where's the I was going to say, where's the film? Where's the video? Kind of like the, cameras, didn't catch the plane hitting the Pentagon kind of thing. I don't believe it was a plane that hit that Pentagon. I believe it was a missile. And then we segue into our next topic. Oh, boy. Yeah, no evidence in the hallways, Mark M. I only have about 40 ounces of silver, but I'm only 20 years old, have full roll of eagles, awesome, quarters, dimes, and the rest is a mix of hand poured. That's awesome, Scrubs. You're doing great. 20 years old. I'm not trying to just blow smoke, but 40 ounces, a lot of people don't even have 40 ounces, believe it or not. And a lot of adults don't even have 20 ounces. Just hit my first 100 ounces after a year stacking. Benji, good for you, man. That's awesome. How much face value of junk silver do you have? Face value? Maybe 150 bucks, maybe 200. I don't have a lot of junk. And I'll tell you why. Trust me, I love junk silver as much as I do any silver, but I don't like to buy junk silver. Now, if I find it or if it's given to me, I take it and I hold on to it. But I don't go out and buy it because I feel that if I buy silver, I'd rather buy the 0.999 silver, the pure stuff. It's just the way I am. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. Just what I like. I just don't like to buy junk silver. And you're right, it's constitutional, but we all call it different things. We all call it different things. Yeah, well, silver, it's starting to move. And you got all those people calling us all idiots. Calling us all idiots. By the way, I told you this video is going to be about nothing and a little bit about everything. You know what? I'll take a buck move. But wasn't it down into 14 and change 6 months ago? All right, maybe 15. So that's a $2 move from 6 or 8 months ago to now. I'll tell you, if you got $1,000, 1,000 ounces, you just made $2,000. There is my point of my videos. You have a chance. At least you have a chance with silver. You have no chance with money in a bank account. That money is not going to increase in purchasing power. It never will. It never can increase in purchasing power. It can only go down. Silver, yes, we've seen the dips and we see the highs. At least you have a chance. That's the whole point about my savings account is silver. I have just enough money in the accounts, fiat cash that is, to pay off a couple of months worth of bills. And that's it. So Scrub says, and I haven't looked. I have not looked. I do not look at the price of my silver every day. I don't sit there, click, restart. Refresh. Oh, it went down a penny. Refresh. Oh, it went up a penny. I don't. I tell you what, where I go to look at my prices is a Kitco. There's a metals chart. Honestly, I might look at that chart every 4 months. And the only time I really know the prices when I go do a live chat or I watch somebody else's silver video channel, and it's It's 17 bucks. And it's okay if it hangs out at 17 bucks. But you know what? There's a chance. There's a chance it'll go up to 18. And there's my point again. With silver, at least you have a chance. Let's just hope, though, for you folks who are in your 20s or your 30s, let's just hope when you're ready to retire, right around that golden age of 65 or 70, let's just hope the price of it is quadrupled. Let's just hope you have a chance. I doubt, though, it'll be lower than what it is by the time you retire. And I agree with Rocky. Keep the price low. I'm not ready to retire. I don't want the price to go up. And that's the same thing with my cryptos. I don't want cryptos to go up. I want them to stay down so I can buy more. And by the way, that is my boat fund. I come to the realization I'm never going to acquire enough silver to buy a boat. I'm never going to be able to acquire enough cash to buy a boat. But if I buy some of the cryptos that people are saying are going to explode, if I buy enough of those, chances are I'll have chances. I'm not saying positively. Chances are I'll have enough to pay off all my debt and buy a boat. If not, oh well. Scottsdale stackers are such a nice coin too. And I like the idea that they're what I call tongue and groove. So for you folks who've laid paneling on the walls, they got tongue and grooves. Well, take a look at they're called stacker bars. They actually fit on top of each other and lock into place. Tongue and groove. Nice bars. I'll give them a shout out again. Scottsdale Silver up here in Scottsdale, Arizona, about 3 hours from me, 2.5 hours from me. South Florida, Doug Larrabee. Haven't seen you. Oh, thank you so much for being here. Josh Matthews, good on you not buying a boat until you're debt free. Pay off all my debt. And that's the same way I am with silver and buying cryptos. I got to pay off my monthly bills. Pay off my monthly bills. Put the food in the refrigerator, make sure everything's paid off. Oh, got some extra money? Silver. That is if there's no house repairs needing to be done. John Watcher, you have a few. I don't know what you mean. So has forgiven their credit card clients of all debts. It's biblical. Okay, sure. Cardano. I wish I had some of that. I don't have any of that. What I have right now is Digibyte. I have some Theta. I have very little Litecoin and Bitcoin and a very little Ethereum. That's all I got right now. But hey, like a lot of our new silver stackers, I'm new to crypto. So I'm just starting out, just like that one guy who says he only has 7 ounces. I'm like that one guy when it comes to crypto. We all have to start somewhere. Yeah, so which crypto to buy? Again, Ken, I'm not a financial advisor, but I can tell you the biggest boys on the block are Bitcoin and Litecoin. I stack those when I can afford to. The good thing about it is you can buy little fractions of it, so you don't have to buy a full one. I got Digibyte and Theta and Ethereum. That's all I can say. There's so many good ones. So Robert Clark is asking me, how about XRP? And one guy just said Cardano. I don't have a lot of money where I could just buy 40 different coins and have enough of each coin to mean anything. Because you can buy 100 different coins, but if you only have one of each, it's really, in a way, worthless in my mind, you know? So I figure consolidate all the money and just buy a few good ones. I just don't have I'm like you guys. I don't have that kind of purchasing power to go out and buy 40 different coins that are the ones that are going to get me rich. I love this. John sending me a good comment, by the way. 7 ounces means 28 people in the world will never get to have silver. I love that comment. John, awesome, man. That's a great comment. Justin, for real, dump all those shit coins and just pack your XRP bags, follow the bank, and you will win. Thank you so much for your advice. I have no XRP right now. Like I said, I just can't go and buy everything that everybody's telling me to buy. And I'm not saying these everybody's are wrong. It's just that, you know, you only have so much. We all only have so much purchasing power. There's too many cryptos. How can anyone predict which ones will succeed? That's a good comment. You're just going to have to. Good question. I mean, you're just going to have to read and just go with your gut. You know, I have no right answer for that. I'm like a lot of the new silver stackers. I'm new to cryptos. I don't even like to tell people what to buy because I just feel like I'm leading them down a path to their own destruction, maybe. And I just don't, you know. When Bitcoin takes over you, Bozo's gonna be sad you didn't stack Bitcoin. Yeah, I wish I had more. And when I buy Bitcoin, it's $100 here, it's $100 there. I don't have a lot of that. Physical silver and lead, definitely lots of lead. Yep. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Theta, ETH, and Digibyte grain of salt. Cryptos are a Ponzi. I don't know what that means. And when people say Bitcoin is the same as the others, nothing, you do realize, man, there was a big run. What is it, about 30 days ago of all the cryptos? A lot of people sold out, but a lot of people made some good money on there. So Bitcoin is nothing if you haven't invested into it. And I'm not beating the guy up who made that comment, Silver King. I'm not beating you up. It's just that if you would have invested in it a month ago and sold out, you would have made some money. And I have to agree with Joey. You know, there's something good to be said about having that stack, that pile of freaking real metal in your safe. I got that. I get where you're going. I get what you're going. I'm just like, the best way I can articulate is maybe just diversifying. German Stacker, thanks for stopping by. Jacob Anthony, good question. I think yes. I think let me read the question. Do you think if the stock market crashes, people will flood into cryptos? Yes and no. I think they're going to go into the precious metals first. That's where I think people are going to go into. A lot of people don't know what cryptos are. I would say 1% of the human population, if 1%, knows what cryptocurrency is. Most people will go into the precious metals markets when the stock market crashes. But by then, everybody will be flooded into that market and it'll be hard to obtain. That's when the price jumps. But think about that. Everybody's jumping in at once. There's not enough to satisfy all the sales. You know, you got places like AppMex, they're going to run out in a matter of freaking minutes. So, and I mean, it's just my opinion. Troy Ounce, if you had $1,000, and I'm going to tell you, Troy Ounce, I already said it before, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'll tell you what I would do. I would do both, cryptos and silver. I'm sorry to say it, I would. So, Tactical Brown, what are your top 2 picks for a firearm if a shit hit in a shit hit fan situation? Primary and sidearm. All right. So the sidearm, a bullet's gonna freaking hurt. I'm ex-military. I'm not gonna get into name brands because it's like pissing in the wind. You know, a fucking bullet hurts, no matter from what name brand it is. You know, you pick what's comfortable in the hand, you pick what you can control, you pick what you're proficient with. End of story. As far as another weapon, I'd probably say shotgun, maybe 12 gauge for offense. I mean, for defense. I don't even want to get into offense because then you're just committing murder. I mean, unless the situation calls for it, you're not, but you get my point. HK is a nice handgun, definitely. Very expensive handgun. So we can talk, you know. Well, yeah, I mean, if I had $1,200 to spend on a firearm, yeah, I can get anything I want. But I'm telling you, the bullet from the HK is going to hurt just as bad as the bullet coming from, let's say, a Smith and Wesson. They're just, I'm sorry. Worry about the bullet, not the freaking gun that's shooting it. That's my opinion. We all have our preferences, and getting into a debate with a guy about which gun is better, it's like getting into a debate about religion. Never gonna go well. Yeah, it's never gonna go well. Silver and Digibyte for me. Yeah, I love Digibyte. Shut up, bro. You're spreading BS and you don't understand blockchain. I'll give you a tip. Look up Paper Bitcoin Wallet from Money Grinds. Thank you. Anyone here know how many ounces of silver are in a roll of pre 64 quarters? Well, you can actually Google that. What is there, 20 quarters in a roll of quarters? And then all you do is, I think it's 20 quarters. I haven't seen a freaking roll of quarters, but in a long time. But you can Google, what is it, 90% silver? How much is 1/4 weigh? Multiply that by the 20, boom, done. Might be. The answer is yes. Not only do I believe in him, I fear him. I think a lot about dying sometimes. Is it 40? 40? Yeah, you might be right. No, it's not 40. 40 quarters in a roll? Somebody answer me the question, how many quarters are in a roll? Yeah, 40? God, it's been a long time since I freaking held a roll of quarters in my hand, a roll of dimes or pennies. Okay, Jesus, I'm getting old. And I used to go to the bank and get just the paper rolls, and they'd give you a freaking big handful of them. Yeah, all right, that's right. 10 times 4 is 40. It's a $10 roll. Michael Grimes, thank you. Thumbs up for all. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I actually think about death a lot. You know, after my heart attack, I do. I wonder, you know, will I shut off like a light and things just go black and I'll have like no thought, no feeling, I just completely turned off like a light switch. I'm weird like that. I don't know. I hope I catch some kind of disease where I'm forced to live for 1,000 years. Some freaking new alien technology shoot me in the ass. Don't age. I know I'm being an idiot. So I had a minor heart attack actually last August, 1 year from today, give or take a few days. It was minor, but it still was a wake-up call. Jason, are you guys ever going to trade in or sell out of the physical silver? Absolutely not. Um, I won't say absolutely. Let's just say in a year from now, something really happens where it's like jumps up to $300 or $500. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. And buy my boat and get the hell off of this continent. Go live on the boat somewhere. But not the sub $100 level. I don't believe so. So no, I would not sell my gold in order to buy silver. I've answered this question quite a few times, actually. When you buy your gold, you're also paying that premium. When you're selling your gold, well, a lot of times you're not going to get that premium back. But then you're going to trade that money to get silver, where you're going to buy the premium again, just to obtain the silver. I say hold on to your gold and just save up for your new silver. I think you're taking a loss for basically doing that little sell and swap. That's just my opinion. That doesn't mean I know it all. Coin shop, Jason, I would never sell on eBay. Coin shop, or you can sell basically back to the online vendors like AppMax and JM Bullion, who's ever going to offer you the better deal. $50. He's going to buy AOC as his low slave. Something tells me she'd be dead in the bed. I'm just saying. For you ladies out there, no disrespect. The entrepreneur, I have a question. Okay. Mr. Android, excellent question. What is the best thing you can use to carry your silver if you have to flee during shit hit the fan? Well, unfortunately, we all know if you have any kind of you have a sizable amount of silver, it's going to take up some space. But then there's also the other question: what are you traveling in? Is it by train, plane, or automobile? I don't know. Is it by boat? Is it by? Are you hand carrying it in a backpack? There lies your answer. Joey P bought some silver 1464. Well, now it's up to 17. Joey, not bad. Gonna go to 21 quickly. I hope so, Ron. I really do. Ron, I apologize. By the way, if I ever make a mistake with your name, I didn't do that intentionally. I'm not good at pronouncing names sometimes. Like this one. This is a good one. Akima Askari. Askari. I know I messed that name up. I apologize. Akima Askari. Hi, I am interested in silver. I own a few ounces, but I live outside the United States. It costs me about 20% clearance tax. Any online purchases I make. Yeah, I'm hearing that a lot about folks who live in other countries. Dylan doing things. I never really talk about what my entire stack is. I don't really I think that defeats the purpose. You know, to say I have 15 or 2,000 ounces, I just don't think that adds any value to the channel. And then you get into that bragging thing, my dick's bigger than your dick kind of thing. Just not into it. This is about learning. It's not about proving I have more than you or anything like that. Do I like Bernie Sanders? Oh boy. Ounces of gold. I'll admit what I got in gold. You guys want to know how much gold I have? I got 3/10 of 1 ounce. I got 3/10 ounce. That's all the gold I got. I practice what I preach. I really have faith in silver over gold. That's not saying gold is a bad thing. Rome Bear. I don't. Why am I thinking of pronouncing that name wrong? Rone, Rone. I'll send you another one. Well, thank you. And that's it. I think somebody sent me that actually, and I'm bad. I get so much mail. I think this might. I don't think I know. My subscribers sent me 2 of those 1/10 ounces. I just, it's just gold. It's a kind of a hard pill to buy. I mean, it's a nice thing to buy, but it's like, oh my God, $1,400. Ugh. Ooh, ouch, that hurts. Rome Beer, I sent you a 1/10 gold maple. Now that's weird. I'm trying to think. I only have 1 gold maple. I got to double check. And I bought the gold maple. I got to double check. You sure you sent me a gold maple, Rome? You went under the name of Tyrone, didn't you? I got to double check. Okay, I will. You've changed your name though. Nothing better than holding a 1 ounce gold coin in your hand. The density of gold is mind blowing. Don't beat me up, Roan. Okay, it's Tyrone. Okay. And the way I don't know, the face in his it almost looks like the guy from Half-Life, that video game. That's the only way I recognize Roan Bear as Tyrone, because that image looks like the guy from Half-Life, that video game. Grain of salt, thank you. Thank you so much. I remember when you got it, you showed it to us. Okay. I know I got it. I know I have a gold maple leaf, 1/10 ounce. Now I got to figure out what the hell did I buy in the store then? Because I thought I bought the 1/10 ounce. So now I'm thinking, well, I only got 3. I bought one myself, and I could have sworn it was the maple. So I got to double check what I got. I don't go and play with it and fondle it all the time, as perverted as that sounds. I got to go and check the safe. So with platinum, I'm just not into it, J Metals, and I'll tell you why. First of all, in a shit hit the fan situation, you want to get rid of it or something. It just looks too much like silver, in my opinion. But then again, if I'm just going to buy platinum, why not just get the gold? You know what I'm saying? In a weird way, I'm kind of biblical. I don't remember platinum being in the Bible, and I know that's ridiculous, but I just stick with the core. The core 2, silver and gold. You know, a lot of people ask me about copper. Obviously, you know, I don't stack copper. It's just not worth my time. It takes too much volume to be worth anything. And the platinum, you know, I feel, I don't know, if I had the choice between platinum, seeing that they are close in cost, I know one's higher than the other, I'd rather have gold. But that doesn't mean I'm right, doesn't mean I'm wrong, doesn't mean you're right or wrong. It's just, it's a preference kind of thing. And palladium. I feel the same thing about palladium. I just don't. Where do I think the spot price of silver should be? Well, in order to give you that question, we need to understand where the spot price of gold should be. Because historically, silver should be 1/10. No, it should be a ratio of what? 10 to 1 historically. So I think gold is manipulated. I think silver is manipulated. But whatever it is, it needs to be 10 to 1 of the gold. So, you know, if we're going to say that gold is not manipulated, then it should be, so what is 10 ounces? It should be a minimum of 100 to 110, 115 bucks. I'm thinking. Third super chats, the charm. Richard, thank you so much again. $30 pieces of silver, the price for which Judas betrayed Jesus. Art Kabbalistica. Did I even get that close or what? I don't believe in stocks, Jason. I believe you don't have it, you don't have it. I actually do put in an exception before everybody starts yelling at me. I'll put the exception on cryptocurrency. I'm going out on a limb and taking a risk. When I get quiet, I'm just reading the comments. Boxing, MMA, thank you so much for being here. I'm not talking about Hillary's boobs. Ew. It'd be funny. Yeah. All right. Jelly Smaller, some cool figures behind you. Yeah, I know. Richard McCorkindale, Hillary's boobs made me throw up in my mouth just now. Gross. Do you think we'll ever go back to the gold silver standard? No. There's a lot of talk about it. I don't think the people who really run this world will never allow it to happen. Will never allow it to happen. It's just my opinion. No, people who run the world sell the stocks. They don't buy the stocks. I can guarantee you their safes are loaded up with gold, not stocks. I'm doing very well, boxing MMA. Thank you so much. Steve Franks, I cannot believe that the presenters of MS say Epstein committed suicide with a straight face. I know. And the fact that, I said it before, medical examiners they cited today the cause of death is inconclusive. How many ways, I'll say it again, how many ways to commit suicide in a jail cell? Either you hang yourself with a bed sheet, I said suicide, hang yourself with a bed sheet, or you jam something into your body to cause severe bleeding. It's the only two ways. Oh yeah, you can run your head into the block wall, but a medical examiner should be able to ascertain the cause of death from that. So inconclusive, but yet he committed suicide. If he hung himself, well, you die, you would find him with a sheet around his neck or something. So he was on suicide watch, but according to the news media outlets, and you know how much I believe the news media outlets, it went from 30 minutes to every 4 hours. I'm just saying, it just doesn't sound too up and, too legit to me. I think personally he was freaking put out. I really do. Dead men tell no tales. And there was a lot of important people he catered to. He sold women to. He sold children to. He was the purveyor of all kinds of perverted sex. Many people were his clients. Prince Andrew. A lot of his victims are coming forward. It won't be long before we start hearing about victims of his being found dead now. Mark my words. Do I think Bill Clinton's a rapist? Well, I wouldn't know personally, but a lot of women think he is, said he is. Too many women to say he's not. Brett Kavanaugh, no evidence at all. No witnesses really, except that one nut job. They wanted to hang him. At least 20 women came out against Bill Clinton, claiming all kinds of things. Yet they don't talk about Bill Clinton being a rapist. Hey, by the way, does anybody know the legitimate website to QAnon? I looked at QAnon.pub, but I go there and it's all kinds of nothing much there. You click on things and it doesn't take you anywhere. If anybody knows the actual site where I can start reading articles, I would love to go check it out. Do you think Trump's a racist? Oh boy. qmap.pub. I think that's where I was at. But I'll check it out. QMAP. Sarkamuchi. HQ yet. See, I think 8chan is the channel that I was told that is the QAnon. But it was also told by another website, by another YouTube channel, that they've taken that site down. They being people who don't want the real news coming out. 8chan. Let me type into that real quick. Okay. Yeah, it's down. Some of Mamiya. Some of a bitch. Do not go to 8chan. It's what? After the shooting, okay. Super, get some Litecoin. I'm trying. Anyway, folks, I got to run. I've been on this for almost an hour now, and I'm kind of got to get some dinner and get prepped so I can go to work and go all over again tomorrow so they can freaking tax me 35%, pay for those illegal aliens who don't want to work. Like you all, not like you're the illegal aliens. You got to pay your 30% too to support a non-working family. This is what I meant. That didn't come out. It came out like I was calling you all freaking illegal aliens. Get the hell out of here, all you illegals. But anyway, I got to run. And you guys take care. And do me a favor, just before you leave, just give me a thumbs up. It's not like I'm asking for much. I appreciate a thumbs up and whatnot. All right, take care.